Let's find out who is joining Naz in the grand finals of the 1v1 European tournament. We've got Moxy, we've got Zen. It's a French face down. Let's see what happens.
RLCS chat, here we go. We might have had 11,000 plus people enter this tournament, but there was only ever really 3. We have Nas waiting in the grand final, and we have Zen and Moxy playing a best of 7 to see who gets to advance. It's game 1, brought to you by Progressive, CJ.
Can't wait. Chad, let's get stuck in. I always wanted to say that with you, Fear, and it sounds fantastic when you're on the call. Destined to be here, 1v1, Premier Region, Grand Final. Awaits the winner of this one, and my goodness, a French derby right here. Will Moxy be able to warm up? But that's a question. He took it a little bit rough early with the mechanics.
You saw him lean back. He tried. I think he tried to reset there after he watched some weird dashes not work out. He's like, wait a second, it's happening. I'm live. He's been live watching all the matches before this. He hasn't been prepping or practicing. He's been watch partying. He's been farming content to get ready for this match, and now he's ready to go. He needs to shake it off. Who knows if he'd even been in game except for this test lobby right before, and he's missing some early shots in this tied 0-0 game.
Yeah, well, he farms content during the match as well, let alone in the watch parties beforehand. This guy's an absolute superstar. Make sure you tune into his stream if you want to see the Moxy POV over here, though. Zen should be the man that is warmed up. We obviously saw his performance coming through earlier on today, and gets a nice doink over the top. See Johnny thinking Moxy's going to be able to get the job done just with fundamentals and just how solid he is, exposing perhaps some of Zen's 1v1 weaknesses, given he hasn't played in a few years, and they've become apparent throughout this tournament.
Yeah, Moxy is... Oh! I was going to say it doesn't matter what I was going to say, because right now he just put the ball in his own net, and Zen convinced him to, as he takes an air roll shot from distance so well placed. I don't know if Moxy... I think he's just trying to get up the best save he could, but he ends up putting it off of that crossbar right back into his own car. Zen gets to start in the lead.
Yeah, it looked like Moxy drove in between 2 boost pads, and I feel like if he just had 12-13 in the tank, it would have been enough, but not to be. And there's an instant challenge from Zen. He wants none of this Moxy flick nonsense, and he's missed. Bit of a cloak open there. It wasn't entirely wide open, but you'd expect Zen to score. Counter-attack Moxy, reset. Goes low, he goes for the fake. He's done it twice now, but hasn't taken full advantage just yet.
Was not able to starve Zen out at all here, so he backs off, allows Zen to get all the way to the net, the backflip flick to go over the top. Zen follows it up and gets a second goal.
It looked like Zen was trying to hunt Moxy for the bump. That's kind of looked like why Moxy didn't jump straight away on this challenge, kind of drove underneath Zen, but quickly changed his mind there. The Vitality man threw it on net, 2-0.
We see Zen picking up everybody's tricks. We saw Moxy doing that in previous matches of this tournament. He hasn't even played Zen yet, but maybe Zen paying attention as he has used it against him. Now to the air, Moxy is going to have really strong anti-air defense today if he wants to stop Zen. He got him down to the ground for the first time, but Zen is back up and finds the backflip for the 3rd goal.
Well, Moxy's got to warm up, and he's got to warm up real quick. This is going the wrong way for him. Zen, instant pop. And as soon as Moxy committed, he found little mustard over the top into the left-hand side. What a start here, Fear.
Yeah, this is about as good as it gets for Zen. I think that he can take advantage of the fact that this is a bit more of a normal situation for him. This is the first time that Moxy's ever streamed at this level, hopping straight into a tournament. I'm not sure if he feels nervous or maybe, you know, it's not working out how he'd like. I bet he's going to just stick through it. I doubt he turns his cam off or his mic off. He'll find something here soon. But for now, Zen needs to try and cement this game as early as possible. Moxy's played from behind thousands of times. We've seen comebacks from him in any individual game to bring almost anything back. Zen is never safe. Even as Zen up 4, he needs to push it even more if he wants to guarantee game number 1.
Smart play from Zen as well there. He could have potentially gone for the shot challenging Moxy, but instead took his boost. He has given space. Tends to not stick around as much as what we see, you know, the likes of Nas on ball. Happy to just track back, go for that 100 boost. Moxy just needs to get on the board here and get the ball rolling. You know, he's got the flicks. We've put him as the best flick in the world when he's rolling, and sometimes the edge roll bump is all you need. He finds his first.
Yeah, this is reminiscent of the, I think, first ever 1v1 game played on land, or 1v1 series at least. There were single games. Moxy versus Yan last year. When the nerves kicked in, it became a little eligible bump fest back and forth. Moxy has tons of stuff he can do, but when he's nervous, he just goes back to that. And it works for him. So, you know, until it stops working, there's no reason not to go to it. but it's his only goal right now. Zen not going to go up to the ceiling when Moxy gets up there way before he's anywhere close. Instead, back down to the ground. This time, an incredible save from Moxy. And he's panicking, but Zen backed away and allowed Moxy to control it.
Moxy, again, just finds that back corner sanctuary to grab the 100 boost. Zen tracking back, trying to fake out a pop. And he got the challenge that he needed, but Jonas, what just happened there? Zen just left the net wide open, and Moxy wasn't willing to shoot.
I don't know why he didn't go up higher and tap that in. It felt free. I wonder if that's just the respect Moxy has for Zen's recoveries. But he's only got one goal here at 3 minutes 30. Nice cutoff early by Zen, diving in. Moxy loves his demos, but it's a trade demo. Zen got up to speed. This ball is going to roll to Moxy, so he'll have a ability to pick it up early. And now Zen waiting in net off pads. Flick denied. Zen has open field, but this ball not likely to get to net fast enough for it to be free.
He's going to try and dish it in. He's going to try and fake out Moxy. It does just that. There's the 5th goal. Zen, he's on an absolute roll.
Moxy maybe could have flipped out of that in and out, but it's so tough to know. You don't want to flip through and send yourself flying away and not be around in the play. Moxy, this is a great wave dash kickoff, solid possession. Let's see his aerial game. People like to say he doesn't have it. He definitely does, but Zen, I thought it was going to have better defense, but he only gets a soft touch. It still goes in.
It's better for Moxy. That's building confidence. We saw his flick before, just getting no angle on it and kind of not really trusting himself at the moment with the mechanics, but the more he takes to the sky and gets more comfortable in this game as well. I've got to remember, it is his first game of the day. And he's just been sitting there being a view party at Andy basically the whole day. So surely he's got to take at least a game to get motoring.
Yeah, and view partying is hard. Take it from me, much harder than playing in the tournament for sure. So Moxy's just not used to it. Oh my goodness, Zen, the wave dash shot bottom left to make it 6-2.
There was so much sauce on the wave dash as well. Absolutely rips the ball. He gets 123 kilometers an hour along the ground there, Fear. That's tasty.
Moxy needs a strong kickoff. This one's not gone, but it does need to be every kickoff in his favor. And this one, not going his way. I was going to say Moxy in this situation wastes time. I wasn't sure if Zen was going to, but he definitely does as he brings this to his back wall, tries to bait in Moxy. And usually this leads to even more goals as you take advantage of a desperate player who's behind and has no choice but to dive. At this point, Zen has already wasted enough time that it's not really not really going to matter what happens.
Here we go again.
Zen, one more? Why not?
Double reset, end to end. I mean, he just put it in reverse and went again. Hit the replay button even and went end to end. This time capitalizes. That's 7 goals on the EU 1v1 champ from last season here, and that's got to do wonders for his confidence.
Yeah, we've talked about how Moxy, he was rolling through the tournament, no losses at all. Red Mob was able to take a game off him, but I think only after Moxy had gotten a couple, so he has not trailed in a series. This will be new to him here in this tournament. Zen wins game number 1, as we'll be back to 0-0.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can guarantee. This guy's only going to get better and better after his first game. First game warm-up, it always is. Doesn't matter the game mode, and Moxy gets a crack off the kickoff. Zen, though, cuts rotation. Well, what rotation in 1v1? He cuts the ball straight away with a 0 boost in the tank, and just keeping Moxy honest with these little turns, and it's done him again here, Moxy. First goal for Zen. He's just a little behind the pace.
Yeah, Moxy, it doesn't seem like he's playing his normal game. I'm not even sure why he did that last jump. He should have definitely been able to tell that Zen was going to take it away. Should have been panicking. Delayed kickoff from Zen. He even had a little wave dash as well. So mix of a delay and a wave dash. He's going to use both to get the second goal.
Yeah, this is starting to get ugly. He's just a step ahead. The delayed kickoff, as you mentioned, too good. Moxy, known for his kickoffs, but right there, he just didn't quite read Zen. As I said, he was a step behind in the air and a step behind in the mental game as well.
I think we need to see Moxy get a chance to get a ball carry, get to what he really likes to do, maybe launch a flick here or there, just to kind of remind himself who he is. Zen should not let that happen, and you can see Zen positioning, doing his best to get Moxy no chance. Instantly pre-jumping a potential setup for a flick, diving right back on the ball, has forced Moxy completely away and has turned what is normally a position that's very advantageous for Moxy into a position for Zen. Great defense from Moxy. Maybe a missed touch there. And now this is Moxy's favorite spot. We need to see something good. Nice read of the early challenge. Moxy gets a goal.
Zen missed a mid boost. I mean, How often do you see that from him? He just drove completely around it and left him in big trouble. Pre-flip to just grab a couple of pads and then turned into an instant challenge. And I think Moxy recognised he was in a little bit of trouble. He was looking for the early challenge. He's fired 2 goals as Zen has faked the kickoff, but Moxy is starting to warm up.
Moxy has seen, 1,439 of these in the last week. He has watched everybody do that fake kickoff. He is ready for it. It is not convincing enough for him as Moxy equalizes here to try and get his wheels underneath him. He's in a tough spot. He's going to make a save, trying to save all 21 boosts to get back up in the air, but it's not going to work. Zen gets the third.
Yeah, he tried to keep it close, but maybe the option was just to kill it to the corner and cop the fact that he's going to be on 0 boost. Just didn't stick on the ball. And I thought it was interesting there, that last kickoff there for the single jump. Last season, particularly in the 1v1, Moxy seemed like he just knew how to do the wave dash kickoff better than anyone else. But Zen on that occasion just got him.
Yeah, I think he's lost his edge there slightly. He definitely, was one of the first people who would use it as their main kickoff. It became clear it was very advantageous in ones. Moxy, the ones main, realized, that's my standard. We call standard kickoff flipping into the ball, after flipping out towards the ball. For Moxy, standard is basically that wave dash, and anything else he does is actually a move away from it. So for a long time, he was the best at it. People got the hint, though, and have practiced it and have been able to catch up to him in that regard.
Oh, Moxy tried to dump the demo, but Zen had other ideas. He only had eyes for that ball on the pitch. In 3 minutes 10 in, Zen's found his 4th. Yeah, Moxy, he's starting to heat up. He's had 2 shots, 2 goals, but Zen is still looking just like he's got the better of him.
And Zen's doing a ton of delaying up the kickoff, which I really like. It kind of throws off somebody like Moxy, who's probably, repped the kickoff with both players at the ball more than anybody else in the game. I mean, probably no matter what kind of kickoff he's done more than anybody else because he's played this game mode so much. But I think delaying it consistently is just a good enough mix-up to not let Moxy, get full control like he's probably used to having. He has to read just how much Zen might delay, how he might switch it up. Zen misses a little redirect off his backboard. Moxy wants a bump. Zen gets around it somehow and brings it to his corner.
Incredible save. Moxy committed early to the bump, and Zen read it as a reset, waiting for the challenge from Moxy. He's being very patient, too patient. No, he's not. It's an incredible save. Moxy using every ounce of boost, just keeps it out of that net.
I did not expect the first flick getting sent to the top left to come from Zen. I thought we were going to be seeing those from Moxy. Moxy was able to stop it, but then a fight for control in the corner won by Zen, and he gets his goal all the same. He has held on to this lead for the entirety of this series, and he is putting Moxy, into the hot seat. What is Moxy going to be able to do? Can he get anything going? This kickoff not going to go directly in, but he is going to get a boost steal. Great position to be in, and he will convert it.
Yeah, as soon as he got the steal, he knew that Zen was going to dive for the challenge and throws it behind him. It's a great response off the kickoff, and after making an incredible save down the other end, he probably felt like he deserved a goal or a little reward for it. Gets it there, but still 2 goals down. He has lost another kickoff and hasn't hit the ball into his back corner. He's given Zen a chance in the air. This is incredibly dangerous. Surely he works the ball in. Moxy's too strong.
So patient. Zen is waiting behind that ball. Great counter. Zen is banking on the fact that nobody's patient enough to wait this all the way out. Zen is protecting the ball all the way through, could shoot at any moment, but Moxy stays calm, even though the ball gets maybe even partially into his net. He's able to make that save, and then so quick on the counter. Trying to equalize now, him and Zen, getting caught up in the middle at the midfield. That is going to help Moxy. I think he's used to those positions. He's got control. He sees Zen creeping in, and there's that flick into the top left.
There he is. When he starts getting that flick going, you've got to watch out. No matter who's on the other side of the pitch, Zen, as you said, just got a little close. He's shaped up, and a few too many instant challenges from Zen. Perhaps caught Moxy aware of the space in behind. If he does land the flick, he does so, but Zen has won this kickoff. Can he find the shot on net? He's thrown it off the bar. Moxy thought it was in. Lands on the crossbar, and now Moxy down the other end has low boost with the pop. Zen cannot stop challenging him. Fear he can't help himself.
He needs to. Moxy seems to know it too. 0 boost for him. He does happen to get a pad, but it seems like the plan was always to just use a little pop wave dash in order to beat Zen, and he's done so to get it over him. I bet if Moxy, could have it his way, this game would be played with no boost. Him versus Zen, no boost at all, and I think he'd feel even more confident. So as long as Zen continues to try and play those, midfield no boost type games, probably gonna go Moxy's way. Right now, he's got tons of boost. He's forced Zen away, and And now Zen not challenging as much, swinging wide and then cutting off Moxy's flick before he can get it going. Zen seemed really worried about the physical play. I think he was trying to dodge maybe a demo while also picking up the boost, but he didn't get either and then get scored on.
Another look there. He just flipped over the top of it. Zen's missed boost twice in this game as we're singing his praises game one, looking warm, looking hot and on top. But Moxy capitalizing on mistakes, and that's what he does when he has his opponent low boost. Or if not, he does punish Zen with space. Can he score here? It's a low 50. This time he makes it work and keeps it to a 1 goal.
Yeah, Zen just, again, makes sure to walk this in as close as he can before the 50 happens, and Moxy awkward on the kickoff. You know, once you get the ball that close, no matter where the 50 goes, it's a great chance it still heads into the net. As Zen doing a much better job of picking up boost, not something that I would think I'd have to mention, but he does pick up this one just barely with the tail end of his car, and now he's got 100. Nice dribble, Zen will equalize.
I thought Moxy might have been able to have the save, but it looked like he just lost his momentum off this wall, put the brakes on. Yeah, perhaps thought Zen was going to go for the fake and didn't have the acceleration to make the save across net. 7-7, Zen has brought it back.
Wave dash kickoff for Moxy. Zen tried to flip through. He is going to toss the ball away. This should lead to a space possession for Moxy. As Zen backs off, he's going to play off pads. Doesn't have time for 100. Moxy just going to slow dribble it to net, and I don't think Zen should have given the ball to a guy who loves this position.
Yeah, I feel like other players might take it up the wall, take it to the sky. Moxy takes it straight on net. He saw Zen just pathing towards those small pads. And if he capitalized, if he caught him out of position, which he did, he finds the bump. Not even the bump, but the threat was enough and gets the lead back, but it's going to be a big last 25.
Moxy did not protect this ball very well, was underneath it instead of behind it, and he's going to allow Zen to challenge and score. When you're trying to take control of this ball, you need to be so careful on that first touch to make sure that at any moment you can put your car in front of the 50. Instead, it was underneath. Zen got it into the other half. A drive kickoff from Zen. This could go wrong. It's going to fall straight down in front of the net. Moxy not able to force it in. Now Zen has a little bit of an advantage even. He's got his pad still left over as he takes it the other way. Moxy trying to bring it to the sidewall. Zen hoping to cut it infield while Moxy gets caught up with the boost. He might have a demo on the back wall. No, decides to leave. Moxy, is he going to keep it up? Yes, why not? This is his favorite position. Trying to flick from distance. I would think Zen would try and ground it. He does maybe miss the Psycho intentionally, and we're into overtime in game number 2.
You're always trying to hit the Psycho, surely. Overtime, huge hand coming up. Huge kickoff there from Moxy. Zen goes for boost. And does beat Moxy, but will give up his other corner. Jeez, Moxy looks to turn straight away. It's a huge demo from Zen. It gives him space. Does he take to the sky? He needs his boost to spawn. There it is. Moxy fakes. Now meets him in the air. Hops down to the ground. Zen has a reset. Looks for the bump. Looks for the demo. Moxy off his own crossbar. Huge save.
Zen backs off. Moxy is going to set up his favorite position. Everybody else in the game goes up the sidewall. No, he gets a ball carry. He gets to his flick. Early flick. Zen controls it with a couple different touches. Moxy not able to get any sort of physical play that he likes in that position. He does get all the boost steals though, so Zen only 14 to work with, but he still finds tons of power and is actually able to slightly cut off Moxy on his recovery. Now into the air dribble. This is his favorite position. A muscle of a 52 times in a row to keep it in front of the net. Zen will finish it for game number 2.
That's a massive game for Zen. Moxy was looking hot in the latter stages of game 2, but the 50, the boost control, and the aerial domination too strong. The underdog. The opponents were making each other look silly. This series has probably more been about making yourself look a little silly with the misplays from either side.
Chance to correct that here in game number 3. Pretty much a must-win game for Moxy. I mean, he could do a reverse sweep. If there's anybody I'd pick, you know, to be able to win at any moments, it'd be him. But I don't think he can afford to give a guy who is as good as Zen that much, you know, cushion in this series. Zen is really good at these landing wave dashes off kickoff. He's going to use them again for a chance at maybe scoring. This ball was never really anywhere in front of the net. Now he's just going to bump Moxy a couple times. He's only got 8 boosts, but he has such a good position. There's a very real chance he scores here, but he sends it too high, and now he's on the retreat.
And nice play from Moxy to make the save. Has boost. As the Zen in the early challenges, he just turns toward the ball. He's done it twice. He's done it many a time. 1-1.
And it might not even be the wrong decision necessarily. You know, letting Moxy get to those carries is just such a bad position for you as a defender. just turning in, making him think twice. You know, what we don't see is at times that the fact that Zen's been challenging like crazy has led to Moxy maybe just handing the ball away. You know, he gets a hard touch, but it's not to the net, and then it gives Zen control, and that is way better than allowing Moxy his opportunity to dribble. In fact, this time Moxy seemed to see the early challenge coming, but Zen had that red where that was headed. Now playing a bit of keep away, not quite good enough, as he wasn't able to follow that up with an aerial. It was too close to Moxy. As he wants to get something going, a little bit of a bump and a slight delay as he exits out of the corner to make sure he gets the respawning 100. But Moxy's still going to get a great shot and get a goal.
What a 50 from Moxy. I mean, so many players would panic in this situation. Zen tracking back with boost, but he just stays strong, doesn't commit, and allows Zen to hit the ball straight into him. Gets the goal, grabs the lead as well. Has to win this game.
Moxy gonna have another possession here. Zen trying to think about if he wants to dive earlier, if he's gonna have to back off. He ultimately does decide to back off. Moxy has missed this flick, and the follow-up is not really available. Zen might have had a chance to turn on the ball, but he went away. He gets a demo, but I think this ball is headed into his net. I don't think he's getting... Oh, no, he is. He's fine. Never mind. It was off target. I was wrong. Zen knew what he was doing, and now he's gonna get a chance at an aerial. Early reset, going to the ground because he sees Moxy going to the ceiling and doesn't want to play into him. But Moxy recovers well to make that first save.
He found the touch, but just a little lucky that the ball wasn't still able to find the back of the net. That's a great save from Moxy, pinching it to the wall. Zen still pushing forward, ceiling, has a reset. Moxy, the 50s are fantastic. Does he have a chance to just throw it straight on net? More often than not, he does go for that early shot to catch his opponent out, but feels like now Zen might just be waking up to it.
Zen not going into the air after 3 consecutive times. Moxy stopped him. He said, I'm going to try and mix it up. Goes to his air dribble bump. And that is also saved. Moxy is keeping Zen out in what feels like is an impossible task to stop multiple Zen attacks in a row. He's had possession for many, many moments now, and somehow Moxy saves that as well. That was right there on the goal line, and then he gets a counterattack. It's a goal for Moxy.
What? How has Moxy not only saved this, but recovered to rip it down the other end? Zen thought he had Moxy covered. He found the bump near post. All he had to do was wedge it in, and all the forces suggested it was going to find the back of the net. It's found the back of the other one.
Zen, ooh, I thought he was going to turn in for a bump on Moxy. Instead, he allowed himself to get bumps. And Moxy chain dashing a little, making CJ a little bit nervous there as he chain dashed back. But he was good. He had control, and he's got a great shot.
Great shot on net, and there's the 4th goal. This is the response we needed. He had to win this game, and he's got the 3-goal lead. Still a lot of time for Zen to get to work, but Moxy's consistency on the flicks and his confidence to rip it when he has the opportunity starts to get scary.
I think we've seen a lot of first possessions for Moxy here. Zen may change that story as he gets a bump. This does not seem scoreable. Moxy with no boost is actually going to stay on the ball. Maybe goes take Zen's. I don't think he can afford to do that. Yeah, he turns back in. Knows he has to defend on 0. Zen's going to try and take advantage of the fact that he has not a great way to get around, and yet still Moxy on just pads gets around to make the air dribble bump save.
Oh, Zen nearly got caught out once again as Moxy just drag racing his way around the pitch with Zen in hot pursuit. Zen in the corner. Tries to go quick. Moxy to the wall. He had to scoop up his own boost as Zen does retreat for the mid and then turns straight away. He's been caught out in this position, but Zen needs to challenge as the bump lands. Moxy recovers in time, and Zen's been caught out on the wall. That far corner has not been Zen's best friend. There's the 5th goal.
Zen's doing his best to try and disrupt Moxy at the point of attack right at the very beginning, but it is always a risk. You might leave that net just wide open for your opponent, and Moxy knows how to finish those as he's taking a look to see what Zen is up to. He just brought the ball in front of his net, and it was a big mistake. He just let Zen get a freebie.
Yeah, I think you said, here you go, have this. It's a huge mistake. He went way too high and then looked like he tried to create the greatest pinch of all time, turn himself into a human mortar, a human missile, and missed the ball.
I think that's what we're going to need to see from Moxy if he's going to actually drop this game. 3 goals. And Zen hasn't been able to find his offense. I don't know if Moxy is going to gift too many. Zen catching this in the air. Has his reset, can shoot at any moment, and decides to do it now as he goes top shelf.
We need to see more from Zen in the air like this. So threatening when he does get space end to end. And like that was the one weakness for Moxy even when we saw him play Naopo in that 1v1 World Championship Grand Final last season, Fear. It was just the mechanics and the trust in Naopo's own mechanics. If Zen can bring that out, sometimes some shots are just unsavable. It doesn't matter how good you are at 1v1.
Zen wants to dive. He's been doing it all day long. He does not want to let Moxy have possession. He knows he's down now too. Moxy loves that bump. This time it does not turn into a demo, and he just barely misses. I thought he was going to get it on target, but instead it's going to be Zen possession with 31. He's going to have to show a flick of his own, I imagine, if he wants to try and score. But Moxy does not want to find out what's at the end of that flick. Dunks it, takes it away, and it's 6-3.
Yeah, Zen only had one option when the boost was depleting in the tank, and that was to find the flick. But Moxy, beautiful spacing. Just his positioning, his ground game is exceptional. Could just about be the best, and he hasn't given Zen an inch right there. When Zen does get space, he's looking scary, but Moxy's nice and close. More often than not, he wins those battles. 25 seconds, Zen has to go right now.
And Moxy loves to confirm games. He is down to just hang out back here in the blue half. Wait! He just threw the ball directly at Zen! I overhyped him. He's terrible at wasting time. I don't know what he was thinking. He had possession. Zen wasn't even that close, but he just power shoots it right at him.
He looked at him in the air, and he just, I don't know, Zen he was in a trance. He just saw Zen in the air and said, that looks nice. I might hit him. Wave dash kickoff. Zen wins. Can he? Goal. He will be able to get another goal. It's going to be game on here if he just finds the net. And he will. Plenty of time.
I'm actually really surprised that Moxy chose opposite corner. It felt like the only way he was going to get this is if he respawns basically right in front of it over here in this corner. Maybe it just didn't matter either way, but it felt like there's always a worse chance with the side that Moxy picked. But Zen within one. Really crucial kickoff here to try and steal this game. It's going to be a fake kickoff. He's got more than enough time after he grabs boost to find a way to score this. It's not the easiest start to an air dribble, but when you're Zen, it might as well be free. The shot is in the air, but Moxy should be able to save it. It'll hit ground, and Moxy is on the board.
It's a good sign for you.
It is. It is. Nobody's standing up. Nobody trying to play from down the hall, which I've seen players try and do. They have stretched their legs a little bit. Who knows? Maybe that's even better than any sort of timeout. Just shake it off and get back into the game. We're on Utopia Coliseum. Zen is going to start with a demo, but in the process, he's going to send the ball all the way to the other half. And so he's going to have to attack a defending Moxy, who's shadowed. It's going to be Zen's favorite go-to move that hasn't really been working today, but this time it will.
He dodges the bump, Moxy, but step two is getting the ball out of the net, and he just created a tough angle at that. Saved it to the last possible moment, but the flick just didn't catch the right side of the ball. 1-0 Zen, great start.
Just really good ball protection. Moxy able to matrix the bump, but it still goes in. Zen actually just slamming this ball away. Did he find a way to score here? That would have actually been in if it was not over the backboard. I did not feel like there was a scoring position, and Zen almost found one.
This is where pretty much only Zen would go for the shot there, but he's been caught out on the counter-attack. Moxy just too solid, and he ties it up.
Zen's the only one who would go for the shot, and he's also the only one who would get too good of a touch that actually overshoots it. It didn't seem possible, and Zen found a way. You know, Zen would have to hold back on his strength in order to not overshoot it. But he's got a kickoff in his possession, as he loves those snap dash recoveries to gain control of the boost. He might try and go for a demo here. Moxy seems to see that coming though, and make sure to evade it. He's going to throw one maybe a bit dangerously onto the ground. Zen is going to get a decent counter here. Doesn't have to think at all about that save. And now into an air. I don't think he has a reset, but it's not going to matter. Moxy's at ceiling height, and Zen goes to the ground.
He doesn't need a reset, and as soon as he saw Moxy just a little bit too high in the sky, he knew he was going to take a long time to get down to the deck. Ground pinch underneath the falling champ. And Zen, he's always going to have, well, he always has those aerial plays for you to fall back on in the 1v1. If he does get space, just so deadly.
And Moxy's, you know, not necessarily wrong to go up to the ceiling. It may look silly in this one occasion, but he's going to be able to slow Zen down a little bit. The best time to challenge him is really before the dribble gets started, and especially before he gets the reset. Once he gets the reset, it might be too little too late. Zen not able to get this angle. Moxy's going to have, oh, he didn't pick up the corner boost, so now he's on 0. He really needs that, but he gets a nice 50. Zen is going to pull shot and own goal.
Oh, that is the worst possible result. Zen thought, well, this is a goal for me. Moxy's got 0 boost. All I need is a challenge. He's not going to be able to get back. And not only has he not found a demo, as you said, he's nearly put Moxy into the back of his own net as well.
Moxy, patience on the goal line. What a switch up from Moxy. Even Zen gives him the nice one in the chat for this, as Moxy so low on boost, brings it to this bottom right corner, and then gets a ton of movement, almost hits the post on the other side with that flick.
You'd see just from Zen's car, it even got to the point where he thought, I don't think this guy's flipping at all. He's just going to fake bottom corner, go for the low 50. Zen has stuffed the kick off. He's flipped early and perhaps looking for the hard lose, but it looked incredibly awkward. It wasn't the regulation drive kickoff you'd expect. Perhaps just a little bit of fatigue setting in, as it's been a ton of games today. And it is 1v1. It's incredible, just the mental fatigue of a best of 7, let alone 2 or 3 back-to-back. Moxy with the flick. Zen recovers, just pulls out of the challenge, and probably the first time we've seen him not fully commit here to the all-in.
Yeah, and Zen doing a great job staying alive here, trying to close the distance. He sees Moxy with an opportunity to bring the ball off the wall and get a carry. He does not want that. Moxy's going to be able to pick up the corner, but can he cover the net as well? Not when Zen's on the field. This is too easy for him. He loves these power shots, and he's going to hit them every time.
Yeah, it's really smart, that first touch from Zen off the wall. He knew what he was doing, because as soon as he saw Moxy go for the boost, he was going to be able to take the shot. If Moxy stays on ball, he's going to be low. It's just a nice little game of cat and mouse right there, as Moxy does fake for the boost. He was going to go the shot, but Zen turned as well. He didn't like his chances. Top corner saved and pinched down the other end.
Yeah, Zen had so much confidence in Moxy that even though he was 90% of the way to the boost, he said, I can't even get it. I have to go back. I have to defend. Otherwise, I'm going to get scored on. Moxy wants the irritable bump. Zen has the save. Cannot get the follow-up. He should be able to get back into this play. Maybe. Oh, he's going to own goal it.
I don't know if he had too many options here, but Moxy has forced the own goal out of Zen, who was able to cover the ball, and if he did clear it, I think Moxy might have had the dunk, unless he ripped it off the post. There might have been a chance that Zen had to own goal that one.
Yeah, it was a really good set of dashing, too, from Moxy to actually force the issue and get it across the net early. Another bump attempt. Moxy is going back to all reliable time again, but Zen has managed to keep the last few out. He wants to stay ahead of a bump. He's not going to fully stay ahead of the bump. Moxy is going to connect, and then Zen takes back control of the ball and makes an outplay for the 4th.
Incredible play from Zen. He knew that Moxy just would have thought Zen's a little bit awkward here, and also in his blind spot without able to have you on camera, but still that early flip. He just heard Moxy coming off that corner boost. Now Zen wins another kickoff, and he ripped this one on head. He just goes to the top corner shot. Moxy, as he does so often, if he just finds the pinch off the post.
Yeah, he's had a ton of great saves. Zen not going for a boost steal or an extended attack, trying to go all in on that follow-up. It's not going to work. Moxy straight down the center of the field. He likes when he gets to do this. He gets a little side flip flick. Now playing it into the corner. He wants to starve Zen out. Zen has only a bit of boost, but I think a bit of a misplay from Moxy as he set up in the corner. Let Zen have control. Now Zen's got the 100, and he's going to push it back the other side. A hook shot opportunity that could be lethal here. Instead, he slows it down, goes for a double jump, and it's 5-4.
Just faked him out once again here, Zen. It's a great play. Looked like he was going to rip that beyond belief. And then he kind of fakes, and you can just see Moxy tilt his bonnet down, thinking, I don't think Zen is going to pop it. He's going to go for the low 50. Then he double jumps, as you said, over the top, and he's grabbed the lead. It's a great response. It felt like Moxy was getting on top, but Zen's forced his way back into it.
That was a really interesting play from Zen, who held on. He wanted the wave dash kickoff, so he still had his flip, but he got popped up so high, he actually used it up high in the air. But now the other way, Moxy able to equalize, gets back to his favorite spot. Big challenge does not phase him, and the double jump bump will convert.
The edge rule bump, he's absolutely relentless on the bumps here, as Zen has saved so many of them, but he'll just keep on keeping on. Stick to what he knows, what works for him. As you said, it worked incredibly well against Yan in London. Moxy pre-jumping Zen. Oh, he's in a little bit of trouble here, Moxy, but he still pinches his well to save as Zen's trying to wave dash his way out of it. As Moxy overcommitted, Zen should be able to score if he rips it on net instead. He's just going to make sure of it. If he can find the bump on Moxy, and he does. He nearly made the save, but he's got the lead back.
Really impressive play from Zen. Wanted to lock it in. Moxy's had a ton of these, trying to get a bit of post. Zen actually did get popped back into the ball, but not enough to actually clear it. So he gets to play from in control, and it's almost impossible to play Moxy in the inverse. We'll see if Zen can hold on to this. He's going to stay on the ball here in the corner. Now, I think he should try and stay close. Do not let Moxy get comfortable and actually carry this, which is where he's at right now. This is such a dangerous position. That flick is in perfectly in the top left.
I mean, where is Zen going at the end of the day? He just got caught in all sorts as Moxy. It's so difficult to challenge Fear. Like the amount of angles that Moxy creates as he kind of snakes his way down the pitch. At any point, he can flick it. He makes sure he doesn't get too straight onto the ball, and as you said, it just caught Zen out.
Ooh, I think it's an opportunity to score. Moxy went flipping away from the play. These two guys high-fived each other here in the midfield, and then Moxy in reverse was thinking he was going to have a reverse challenge. He jumped up in the air while in reverse and had such a slow recovery to get back to the ball. Zen gonna have the lead, and if he has a kickoff in his advantage, there's only 8 seconds left. That little zap dash to get back to the ball, and I think he carries this, keeps boost, and probably 50s it down to the ground, or he's just gonna shoot. Why not just score? If Moxy's gonna stay low down, just shoot it over the top of him. And Zen, we are gonna take both French players to Parc de Paris.
He's staring into the camera as well, looking for a bit of help here, Moxy, but this is a beauty of 1v1. It's just you out there by yourself. Figure it out or go home right here. 3 games required for Moxy. Zen just needs 1 to meet Nas in the grand final for a rematch. Out of the group stage, Moxy finds the flick. Just trying to create a little bit of space. Zen nice and close. Able to turn on this and able to shoot. Moxy underneath, can't get there. 1-0.
Zen back in the lead. I can't help but be reminded about what Zen said earlier today in the interviews. He said he's been able to play Moxy before. He's been able to play him in show matches. He's been able to play him in tournaments, but he's never played him in RLCS. And it was clear that Zen, behind the words, it felt like he was saying, I'm the king of RLCS, or it's different when it's actually RLCS and I'm here. And he's proven that so far, as he has not had the best record against Moxy in recent matches outside of the RLCS, but is in a great spot in this series. Moxy, though, gonna get an equalizer goal.
Yeah, it's a nice play. Just saw Zen reverse for a moment as he was shadow defending down the field, and that's when Moxy just added a bit of pace on the ball, caught Zen out. He was trying to flip his way back to net, but he's found the equalizer. A little bit of pressure off his back, but still a mountain to climb against the best in the world in Rocket League. But there's a big mistake. Even the best can whiff it in your own corner. Sometimes that ball has a mind of its own, and Zen, I was trying to dodge the demo, hasn't, kept track of where that ball was going.
That's Moxy's favorite thing to do. He loves to dribble down the field, take a shot that does not necessarily, even need to have a chance of going in. It just needs to occupy the defender momentarily, and then because he's on the ground earlier, he can chase you down for a demo. Right now, he's read a really early challenge from Zen, who went sailing past him, and he'll be able to walk it in for a third.
That was a bit silly there from Zen, considering he jumped so early and then committed to the pre-jump as well. And we did see Moxy pass the ball to him the last time he pre-jumped, so perhaps he thought maybe Moxy would oblige once again. He has lost the boost off this kickoff, and Moxy should be comfortable enough to keep this out, as Zen is still going to stick around, but Moxy's done well. He's just covered both of his back corner boosts, working it downfield, but Zen's still putting more and more challenges on. He doesn't want to leave this ball and doesn't want to give Moxy space.
Yeah, the fact that he's able to stop that dribble. I mean, Moxy had the dribble set up. He had it in the sweet spot that Zen so far has found no way to stop, and yet he does right here, and then he's able to get to his favorite game, and right now, Moxy is not stopping Zen in that.
I tell you what, if I was this good in the air, I would just be living up there. I'd buy some real estate in the sky if you're that guy, because he is so effective on ball, so much control, so much talent, and it's creating a world of hurt for Moxy. Kickoff, Zen, the 50 comes through, almost found another goal, but Moxy gets a chance for the 2-goal buffer with that early flick. This time, Zen's able to back off.
Yeah, but Moxy's back to his favorite thing, chasing down a demo. I think he was hoping for an even better flick there, but even with a mild one that he had, he is able to lock in a demo. Now go for a little bump. He'll slow the game down and get a 4th goal.
The ball's going so slow, you nearly think you could drive past Moxy and still get it out of net, but he just covers absolutely everything right there. And that, as you mentioned off the rip of this series, Fear, when he needs a goal, that's his go-to, that's his crutch. Go for the edge dribble bump, it's safe, and more often than not gets a job done.
Ooh. And little flick game, little low boost game for him to show that he's got it all as well. Won this kickoff, and Moxy didn't want to leave, so he just kind of camped out behind it. waiting to see if Zen had that flick in his bag in order to get over the top of him, and it turns out Zen does in fact have that. This is another kickoff that isn't the best for Moxy. He's going to get bumped away from the boost, trying to get to the other side first. He will succeed in doing that, and so Zen maybe not in as advantageous a position as I was thinking.
Yeah, he knows that Moxy could shoot from that position. He has been caught out in the attacking corner, Zen, not that time. Challenges correctly. He does get spaced. The little shimmy just gets Moxy off the ball, and he's faked him. He is starting to get inside the champ's mind right here. Moxy is looking a little shaky.
Yeah, Zen finally catching in on some of the ways he's played before, either with those resets or maybe with those bumps. You can condition defenders to move a certain way. You know, you're going to see Moxy take wider ranges of attacks towards the ball when he's used to that, and then that makes him really susceptible to 50s. So Zen could start throwing in some more. He's going to go for a low 50 here as he tries to get the ball into a quick wave dash, has a reset, might need more. Nope, he just needs one in order to get past Moxy.
This guy is playing some unbelievable rock against the champ. The reset comes through and just unsavable. As soon as Moxy hopped off that wall, he knew he could fire, he knew he could strike. Strike he does, he's grabbed the lead.
I feel like this is the moment when you can start to feel it. These series are so long. Zen flick top left using Moxy's move against him, but Moxy at any moment has to be confident, has to feel like he can bring it back, but now he's 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from his tournament run being over. He cannot let this get to him and let Zen pull away.
Zen said he hasn't touched 1v1 in 3 years. It don't look like it, I'll tell you that for free. Moxy low boost, ends one, another kickoff. He's looking for the delay, he's looking for the wave dash. He's going to keep the ball, and Moxy, just another little mistake. This is the boost, out of position. And Zen, this is where you want to be. Moxy trying to match his height. He's looking for the ceiling pitch. He was looking for his signature shot in the 1v1. Doesn't land. Moxy finds the save. But still, he's under a lot of duress. He's under a lot of trouble here with low boost. He's been demoed. Can Zen turn it into a goal straight away? No, Moxy back in time. And there's another pop. Gee whiz, it is relentless from Zen. 7-4.
I feel like we just witnessed an evolution. Everyone else is in trouble now. Zen, in a position where he was not going for those demos before, recognized, wait, this is the moment. I've taken a shot. Maybe I can demo Moxy. Demos him, backs off, gets 100, and scores. Those are the kind of plays we didn't see from him, but he is slowly learning, taking everybody else's tricks and putting it in his bag, and there is nobody better at executing any trick in Rocket League than this guy, and he is up 8-4 right now.
And that might be the one. That might be the straw that breaks the camel's back, the straw that breaks the champ's back as he finds the bump, but the ball hits the post. 2-goal swing, 4-goal lead for Zen. He's a minute and 15 away from the grand final against Nas.
We had 1v1 last year. We have 2v2 now. Zen is going to be representing EU in 2v2. And now I'm starting to believe that maybe he could represent EU in 1v1. He is maybe one of the last hopes to win every single game mode. But I'm getting way ahead of myself right now. He's making me believe, but Moxy's in this. It is a minute 8 with 3 left to go.
You know better than anyone, it's a long time in 1v1. It's a very long time in 1v1. And what do you call it? That's the 2-point play. It's the goal into the kickoff goal.
Yes, it's such a huge momentum swing. Moxy has dug his hole deep enough that he's needing a couple more 2-pointers if he wants to actually bring this back. But why not make it a 3-pointer with a follow-up kickoff goal? He's into Zen's corner. Zen is going to try and bring this back and take a shot, which he does. Moxy wanted to clip a demo. He didn't go on target, though. Zen able to pick up the 100 boost. Moxy cannot punish. Zen makes it back and covers the angle for the long shot. These guys are booming the ball now as Zen gets convinced to get rid of it right away. Isn't able to steal Moxy's corner, but he's got more than enough boost to work with. Moxy right back to his comfort spot. Flicks, bumps Zen, and gets a goal.
This is where you know Moxy's going to get desperate, and I think Zen was ready for the flick, but he just tracked too wide, and Moxy is so quick flipping through the ball. Look how much ground he makes up by just executing that flip straight ahead of the ball and onto the bump. 7-8. We was a 4-goal lead here, and we were just saying, oh, I can't wait for this grand final, Zen versus Nas. And Moxy said, whoa, 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 just wait a minute.
Zen needs to be careful on this air dribble. What's more important than anything else is not getting countered, and that's actually the way he ends up playing this. Instead of using a reset and a flip at the end, he just gets his car behind the ball, positions perfectly so that Moxy's challenge goes right into it, and the best possible result happens. It dunks right back off to him and into the net. Crucial kickoff here up 2.
Just clinical in the air, and he keeps going for it. It's the air dribble bump play versus the end-to-end mechanics, the resets, the control, the precision from Zen. Early flick Moxy, he's read it. Zen just had to kill time. He's looking for the touch. He's missed the psycho. Could that be punished? No, Moxy's not ready.
Moxy needs a quick flick. That one's not in. He doesn't have the amount of time to waste. Zen makes the save, pops it in the air. Zen is advancing to the grand final, and Moxy is done here in 1v1.
The champ.